What is up, everybody? What is up, everybody? It is our first episode of the Monday Night Mock Draft Show. Let's go.
I think this is the first time I've seen Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And maybe even Will.
Yeah. You know what? It's history tonight.
We got some new faces.
Hey, and JC, I got to say, you're really good with those intro videos. I love the flashlights around the stadium. That's a great touch.
Yeah, man. I just, looking for good videos, trying to make a little something quick. I just threw that together in like 10 minutes right before the show. I was like, we need an intro. But we got some new faces. If everybody doesn't know, Pete and Will, they are new to our community, and we wanted to get something great going for a new show. We wanted to do something special and have a nice little fun mock draft show to get people ready for the season. Lots of different things coming out. Dynasty is kind of in right now. Best ball is kind of in right now, but we are going to get into a Dynasty 12-team Superflex mock draft tonight, and it is a startup mock draft. So remember that. Remember, Superflex means you can start a quarterback in your flex position. So that makes quarterbacks a hot commodity.
Tight end premium or not?
Not tonight. Nope. We're just going to be kind of simple. Just go Superflex tonight. No third round reversal, anything crazy like that. 16 rounds. We just wanted to, have a a little bit of a bench so people can draft, at least they can kind of know, hey, this is where I'm going to, maybe if I want to have a little bit of depth at receiver, or have a little depth at quarterback, or have a little depth at, whatever position they want. They can kind of see, all right, well, on my bench, I've got some players sitting there, even though I've got spots that I can fill in like tight end or, whatnot, who knows? Everybody's got a different strategy. That's what's so fun about these shows. Everyone can kind of see how everyone drafts. And if anybody out there has questions, shoot them in there. Put them up in the chat. We're this is what this is all about. We want to help people out, and we have a Hall of Famer on with us tonight. So just remember that like I said, everybody here has a different strategy for mocking or for drafting. Everybody has a different strategy for how they want to set their lineups or have
when
their
did
lineup.
Pete go into the Hall of Fame?
Today, he's a Hall of Famer today.
I'm being inducted right now.
Let's kind of get a little bit of a roll call in here. I see Big Draft Energy says smash them likes. What's up? And we got SoCal here. I know he's drafting.
Subscribe and retweet and like it on YouTube. Yeah. And comment, baby. Comment.
It's free to subscribe. It's free to like. It's free to comment. Just, hanging out with us. We're trying to grow this community. The sports affiliation is a fun, very positive community, and very inclusive community. So we want to have fun with this. Tell your friends.
Hey, Will, I've got a little piece of advice for you. Will is our resident computer expert. He and Ronnie are kind of the community's computer dudes. Hey, Will, if you don't have a lot of stuff in your background, there's a thing like I got, a virtual background with lots of trophies. Makes you look good.
I was just trying to show off, all the Dallas stuff that everybody's going to love to watch all draft long.
What happens to Dallas when Dak is gone? Because he'll win a Super Bowl next year.
Yeah, they'll win a Super Bowl.
We'll make it to the Eastern. I'm thinking hockey. We'll make it to the championship game.
Yeah, you can't beat Detroit.
I don't know. I can't argue with you there. I can. I love DC.
Don't trade for Cousins. That's what's going to happen.
No, I think I don't want to trade.
No,
you're somebody older. That's it.
You're going to go
talking about Carr.
Derek. That's what you're going to have.
Yeah, they were talking about Carr. I was like, no, that's even worse.
And they're probably going to pay him just as much as Cousins.
I know. Let him stay where he is. He's good.
So what's up? We got Mel in here. We got Anthony in here. I see. What's up, Anthony?
Disco is in there. Yep.
Disco's here. Coach is in here. What's up, Albert? Albert's in the house.
Yeah, Gmo's drafting with us, right?
Yep.
Okay, so cool. Gmo's drafting with us, and he's in the chat room
here. He said he's on a boat. Hey, I have to know, we did this a long time ago. It was like Build Your Party, and somebody talked about having a party. What is it? The one that's in Vegas where it has the pool on the top. they're going to get a boat, and they're going to have a boat on top of that too. So I hope that's what's happening, Gemmo. I hope you're on top of in a boat, in a yacht, on top of the hotel, in the pool. That's what I'm hoping you're at right now. Gemmo said he's on a boat, so I'm hoping
he's in a little rubber boat in his bathtub. Don't lie.
Daniel's in the house. Rubber duckies. You got the rubber duckies out.
The pressure's on today because there's a lot of good drafters in here.
There are a lot of good drafters. We will get this up here real quick. I want to get the draft going, so I just want to make sure everybody's in here. Anthony, you're right. QBs have a much higher value in this format. They do than they do in normal formats. Correct. Obviously, because you can, if you want to, start 2 quarterbacks.
Pay attention to bye weeks, guys. Doesn't do you any good to get 3 quarterbacks with the same bye week.
I think that's the only position that I really pay attention to bye weeks. So, you don't want to be looking and then all of a sudden you have 2 quarterbacks that you drafted high at, first, second round, and they both have the same bye week. I mean, you might be grinding out, but once you get to that bye week, you're going to have a rough week. And so, all right, let's kind of get into it. I see a whole bunch of people in here tonight. If you guys have anything else you want to say or anything else you want to talk about for strategy-wise when it comes to Superflex.
Cowboys are going to finish 4th in the division. I do agree with you there.
Just go.
That's what's up. So, all right, let's kind of get in here. Let's pull up the draft. All right, so I got the draft pulled up. So I see Mel's in here, Pete's in here, Gemmo, Will's in here. I know Coach is here. SoCal was just here. I wonder if Junior's here. Everybody else, we got Grinberg 99 and Jesse O knows. So let's just
make sure. Coach's daughter or son?
Coach, what do you mean?
Well, I thought he said that it was his daughter when we were asking about 2 coaches in the draft.
Coach legit has no kids.
Oh, well, who's the second coach, or is there only one?
There's only one Coach Craig. There's only
I thought there was a Coach Junior. I thought that's what I saw. Okay.
SoCal. Yeah, SoCal. So I just want to make sure everybody's here. So let's kind of get a roll call to make sure everybody is here, because I see 4 people that are not here in the. Okay, yeah, SoCal says he's here. So we got 2 guys here at the end. Grinberg 99 and Jesse EO knows. I don't know if you guys are the ones who invited Pete or Will. If you invited either of them, I would just shoot them a message if you know. But I am going to randomize the draft now before we start it.
Oh, you mean I don't have the 10th position? My whole strategy was built on it.
Tonight we're going to randomize the draft so everyone kind of gets a different position. So you have to, think outside of the box. Once we start getting into stuff like, once the Scott Fishbowl has been, once the rules come out, we'll start doing drafts for that. Everyone's going to want to draft for their position so they can kind of feel out where they're at. Once we kind of get closer to redraft season, then, we'll start doing that too. But maybe next week we'll start doing, pick your position. Because if you're in a league and you want to practice for that, it'll help.
Hey, I want to say something about that Scott Fishbowl thing. If you can get to a live draft, do it. Who's the people that give the rings and the belts?
Oh, I guess I'm getting booed now. Everyone says they want to. Is everybody wanting to keep their position? If they do, that's fine. I can leave it.
No, I randomize it.
I mean, I'm getting booed by 3 people. You.
Coach, I'm not booing you. I'm just giving you a hard time.
So, I mean, I wanted to make this. I didn't want everybody to, just go in with it and already have,
just randomize it.
To have it so everybody comes into it with a different, having to get
Pete,
into it.
Reach up and smack him. Reach up and just smack him. If I get out of line, Bill, you reach down and smack me.
I think there's a way to. I don't know if there is a way to randomize it in here on mocks. I don't know.
Why don't we ask the chat? Maybe we just take a vote. And
there's
we'll
no way.
We're getting all randomized except for Mel. Of course, Mel doesn't want us to randomize. She got the number 1 pick.
It doesn't matter.
In a Superflex, number 1 is not the best pick to have.
No, I agree.
I agree. I'm going to leave it tonight because I don't see a spot in here to just do it really quick.
Well, that's good because according to ADP on Sleeper, in this format, Christian McCaffrey is the 12th ranked player, which means I got him.
I see him at 15.
That's why you picked 12.
Way down at 15.
No, I'm picking 10th.
Oh, 10.
Well, now I know your strategy. I'm going to pick them and trade them.
Okay. to somebody else.
Albert says go to draft order on the right-hand side. Yeah, I don't see that.
Wait, hover over that? Maybe that.
No, it said create copy, draft settings, start draft, delete draft.
Oh, wait a minute. Go back to the draft settings.
The draft settings, we went through those and I didn't see them.
There's nothing that says randomized order. What's the things on the left? I can't read your screen.
Draft. Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm an idiot. Boom. Ready?
Randomize it.
3 times.
1. First time, second time, third time.
Where am I at?
I ended up with the same pick.
Mel's at 6.
I'm okay at 8.
Am I 10th still?
You are 5th.
5th. Okay.
That's not bad.
Even better. Am I ahead of Pedro? Because I definitely want to get CMC ahead of him.
Mel says no. Mel says no.
I got number 2.
All right. So this is where, SoCal's at.
I'm loving my answer. I'm right.
He's absolutely loving it.
So I'm on a podcast, but I'm going to be on my phone making my picks.
Oh, that's totally fine. I'm probably going to be doing the same thing so people can't see what I'm picking.
Oh, my God. I lost the page.
So that's fine. We are going to start. Let me see. Let me see if we're missing anybody yet. I see everybody in here.
Yeah, but I can't find the page anymore.
Let's go. Tip Major's in the house.
What's up, Tip?
Greg's co-host. We are going to start the draft. So everybody that's in here, make sure that you are here. Everybody that's in here, make sure that you're here. They wouldn't know.
What's the league name? Because I've lost it.
If what you need to do is when you're on your phone, when you're on your
Sleeper.
Phone, go to Sleeper, scroll all the way down when you're on the side where it shows all your leagues. Scroll all the way down to the bottom, and it should say mock draft at the bottom. Do you see that?
Yep, and then I saw it. Got it.
That, and then the TSA one. All right, here we go. Everybody ready? I am going to start the draft.
Let's go.
Here we go. And it's 1 minute per pick, just so y'all know, so we can get it through quick.
Anybody that takes a minute is a fool. I'll be the first one.
Phone's
on their way. SoCal Ball Nerd, my guy Evan is on the clock. Remember tonight, y'all, this is Superflex. Dynasty as well. PPR, no other funky settings. That's it. So remember,
Superflex is funky enough.
Point per reception is what PPR means. It means every time somebody gets a catch, doesn't matter what position they are, they get a point.
There go the quarterbacks. You're on
round number 2.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Josh Allen, number 1, man.
I still think I'm taking Patrick Mahomes, dude.
This is Dynasty. I need to start young.
Tell me about it.
Hey, you'll get Anthony.
About it.
You didn't want Caleb there, Pete?
No, not at 2. Not at 2. I wouldn't even take him in the top 10 yet.
I'm going Patrick Mahomes. I'm just sticking with it.
Yeah, he got a nice new weapon.
I like Pat, man. Doesn't matter. Regardless, he figures something out. Even if he finishes at 7, he's healthy. He's always doing good stuff. There we go, McCaffrey.
I told you I was taking him. I don't lie about that.
So Anthony says, how much of a window do you guys play Dynasty in?
3 years for me. When I look at Dynasty, I treat it like a redraft except for 3 years. I want to win now because you never know what's going to happen next year. So that's why I take a guy like McCaffrey. That's why I'll take older players.
Look at this. Coach says JC is gifted Mahomes. Yes. Then he says Jordan Love at 6. Let me hear it, Mel. Well, everyone has to know. If you draft with Mel, she's a
Green Bay fan.
Players, and they're probably going to go earlier than they need to. But it's okay. It's her preference. It's how she wants to play, and it's how she likes to. I mean, this is one of my strategies too. The one thing that I like is draft players that you want to watch.
Anthony took Disco's number 1 wide receiver this year. He thinks Jamar Chase will be number 1 wide receiver.
Big Disco in here. Big Disco says, Greg, wide receiver premium, tight end premium, QB premium. It doesn't matter. CMC no matter what.
That's right. Well,
that's a good point, Tip. QB's position is so deep that
it is.
Anything after 6, I go wide receiver, running back, depending who's available, and then the second round I'll pick my QB1.
I agree with 5, you. At least top 4. I mean, those guys are. I mean, top
4,
top 5 even. But
so after CMC, what running back? What's the next one?
For me, it's Jonathan Taylor. For most people, it's either Breece Hall or Bijan Robinson. But I've got JT as my number 2.
Jonathan Taylor has more miles on him than
he's had 4 years, and he didn't play half of 2 of them.
Tell me how many years he's got on his knees when he played at Wisconsin.
I'll tell you what. You can say the same thing about Derrick Henry. He's still knocking him down.
Okay, Derrick Henry is what I like to call an outlier. He's the only human in history to have 2,000 yards in college, 2,000 yards in high school, and in the professional sports in the NFL.
And your point is?
That's called an outlier.
Okay.
He's also like 8 foot tall and 500 pounds and can run like a
4.2,
a 3.1.
Okay.
I just was trying to be, way over the top.
I actually checked out Blake Corum's 40 time because everybody said he was so slow. And I got to tell you, Blake Corum is faster than Derrick Henry.
Coach says he's surprised you didn't say Gibbs.
Yeah,
I can hear Anthony draft your guys.
I like Gibbs. Montgomery there.
The question is, am I going stud running back here?
It's Modelo Mondays, y'all. You already know me. I'm gonna have to reach out to them. We got to get them as a sponsor.
Yes, sir, you do.
For Mondays.
Don't hey, buddy.
And Mel's drinking the Tecate Rojo.
We just sold a house to the CEO of Celsius.
Oh, dope. That's cool, man.
10.5 million. Crazy house. I didn't do it. I wish, but I didn't.
Coach says Jefferson and Burrow, he wins the draft. No, you don't. You can't win the draft. Unless it's best ball. That's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like everybody's making their picks. Nobody's timed out yet, have they?
Stud RB. Are you going to go hero?
You're going to have problems at the bye week.
I'm telling you, when it gets back to me, it looks like I might get another running back.
See, the only time I'm going to be drafting Dak Prescott is in the FCE Eliminator because you get bonus points for interceptions.
He didn't have the most interceptions last year. Only in the last game.
Did somebody take my Taylor pick?
You can't be talking about it on the. No, I think he's still there.
Oh, cool.
That's what I should have done. I should have picked Taylor.
So Gemmo sniped is what I see.
Oh, Mel.
Corum tested faster than Henry.
You know that Gibbs pick I just took? It was supposed to be Taylor, but somebody sniped him right in front of me.
Oh.
Now, I can't see the letters big enough, JC. Who picked 6?
6? Oh, that's Mel.
Mel sniped Jonathan Taylor from me. Wrong, Mel. Just wrong.
Send him a trade offer.
That's why she did it. She wanted to trade.
That's okay. I still ended up with a pretty good running back in a PPR league. And a young one.
Yeah, Dynasty, yeah.
Yep.
I went Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I'm not even going to lie. I think Gibbs is a better pick than Taylor. I hate to say it.
PPR maybe. I just
Dynasty, I think you got him a little longer.
1,800 yards rushing, over 2,000 yards, and 20 TDs. He did that before his knee injury, and he's 2 years removed from his knee injury. I think.
But he's sharing with Montgomery.
Huh?
He's sharing with Montgomery still.
He shared with Montgomery last year. Montgomery's getting older. Remember 3 years, Pedro. 3 years, Pete. I like Peter because I can do Pedro or
like
Peter, and either one works.
I was gonna say, did you call him Pedro?
Yeah,
I did.
like the fourth time. He started
Guess what?
with Pedro.
That's your new name at the expo.
Hey, I'm married to a Hispanic woman. Her
I had
name
to
is
look back. I thought it was my mom behind me.
Yeah, it's Juanita, but I've called her Janie my whole life.
We got Anthony in here saying A Rich is going to vulture TDs from JT.
Yeah, okay.
All right, who we got here? So
Man, I'm so tempted to take Derrick Henry here.
Oof, you can just
This
have
early? No.
That'd be just a little. Well, 2 starting running backs plus a flex.
See, my problem is, do I want to go young, and how young?
I'm not telling you that. I'm co-commissioned with you in the league. I'm going to tell you the worst option. Don't ask me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tom Brady. Pick him.
I don't know where I'm going here next. I really don't.
Yeah, now it's starting to get interesting. But you know
now
what? I want to win.
Yeah,
I do too.
Is it win now? Yeah, are you going win now, or are you going?
Yep.
I always go win now.
I mean, shoot.
And I drive disco crazy because I don't care about ADP. I got a player I want, I'm going after him.
Yeah, sometimes if you got that target, you got to just go straight for it.
It's really like, who do I want to watch? And who is somebody that I am highly collecting? I'm just going to stack the team. I'm going Laporta and St. Brown.
Laporta?
Oh, yeah, Laporta.
This is not TEP.
Doesn't matter. He scores. He still scores. I'm going him.
I took Kelsey with the 5th.
I thought about Kelsey too, but for me, it's like, all right, in Dynasty, I can have 1 year, maybe.
No, 2 years.
No. Nope.
You don't think Kelsey's going to – he signed a 2-year extension.
I don't think so.
No, he's going to
go. Here's my thoughts, that him and his lady are going to have a child, and he's going to be gone after this year. That's my thoughts.
They're not even married. You're already having them.
What does that have to do with anything, Greg? You know what year it is?
Dude ain't that old.
And let's see here. Coach says, "What's RB?" He's a 0 RB kind of guy.
Hey, Coach, look at my lineup. You'll learn.
Mel saying, "Where do you see the age?" Click on the player. Yeah, anytime you click on a player, you can see anything about them.
Laporta.
I love
Laporta.
Laporta.
See your where you stop at age?
I mean, it really depends.
I don't consider age.
It depends on Here's my thought. It really depends. It depends on your building. Are you building to win right now? Are you building to win right now? Or are you building, say you want to, all right, I'm going to build very young and have I'm going to try to compete, but I'm probably trying to compete for next year. I'm going to go young, and then I'm going to try to get some guys next year that I think can come in right away, and then try to boom or make some trades this year. Or it seriously is, I've seen somebody come into a league and, take an orphan team and literally trade almost all their team away. It was the year, the year JJ was drafted, 2020, right? And that draft was insane. He basically just traded a bunch of players for all the first round, and he went bananas, and his team won the next year.
Yeah, see, and that's what I'm sure a lot of viewers that are watching this, they want to know, I'll just put,
Pete, I can't hear you. You're on mute.
Pete,
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
My computer's going crazy.
and Big Disco in here said, Greg drives me crazy. He's the kind of guy that will order pizza at a super just because he likes pizza. I was just laughing at that. That's good stuff. All right, so Greg, talk to me about your team a little bit.
Let me go to it. So I have Christian McCaffrey and Jahmyr Gibbs. They have different bye weeks. And I've got Travis Kelce. I got the number one running back. I got the number one tight end. I don't care what you think. Kelsey will finish as the number one tight end again this year.
He didn't last year.
He missed 2 games and played all year injured.
Hey.
Okay, and he finished third. So sorry. And he had no deep threat last year, none at all. They've got Xavier Worthy this year to take the top off. Do you really think that JMO's not going to be used more in Detroit this year? I'm telling you, Laporta will not repeat his numbers from last year.
Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, I am not high on Jameson Williams.
You should be.
I thought watching him. I mean, he's had a couple opportunities, and every time he gets a chance to play, he'll have maybe 1 catch.
40 yards and a touchdown.
2 targets. I mean, that's
40 yards and a touchdown.
That's not what I like in a player. That's not consistency. Oh, by the way, everybody, tonight we will be giving away. I do have Bob Lung's consistency guide for this year. I did order some. So we will be giving some away near the end of the show. So stick around till the end. I will have a race set up and ready. So we will have a mystery word or a word to say at the end of the show.
Oh, okay. So the Big Biddy is asking how we feel about Pacheco this year. And Disco, I like Pacheco, but he doesn't excite me. He's not the type of back that I think is going to throw up really big numbers, but I think he's going to be consistent all year.
There you go. Anthony says, and you think he's magically going to be healthier in a year where he is year older? I think we're talking about Kelsey.
Oh, yeah, I do. And he's had a full year to recover, and he played on it injured. So, yeah, I think he'll be healthier.
I honestly think that Kelsey's going to go down in stats because he's becoming very Hollywood. He's super distracted. He's dating one of the most
drinking. And he is drinking a lot more. Lot more.
And if you saw before he got to the NFL, if it wasn't for Jason Kelsey, Travis would not be where he is. And I'm not saying because of draft reasons, but because he was like really messing up. He was drinking and late to practice. And Kelsey even said that the reason why him and Patrick Mahomes are so close and they have such good chemistry is because the first day of practice they were late and they just became buddies. You know, there's rumors that what's her name? Taylor Swift. Sorry, Taylor Swift is pregnant, which who knows if that's even true? God forbid. But all those rumors and stuff and all that publicity that comes with Taylor Swift. It's going to distract him, and that's why I'm staying far away from Kelsey. I think Laporta is going to be up there.
Everybody fades Kelsey every year.
I'm not saying I'd fade him.
Everybody fades him every year.
But I wouldn't pick him.
Dynasty 4th round is probably where I'm going to try to grab him. That's it. That's probably what.
Well, we're in the 4th, and nobody's taking him, so.
I took him in the 3rd.
Oh, there you go. I'm sorry.
I took him in the 3rd. That's why.
Got in the 3rd already. All right, so I got a question in here from Big Disco. He said, Greg, how do you feel about Pacheco this year?
McCarthy, huh?
I already answered that. I said I think he's not going to be exciting, but he's going to be fine. He's a serviceable running back that'll start for you, and he's fine. He's not somebody I'm targeting.
So here's somebody that I'm really high on. Some people might not be, but he's a personal collector, somebody that, he's in my personal collection, somebody that I have been very high on when he came out of college. That's Mr. Kenny Walker.
Yes,
I love me some Kenny Walker.
Yeah, Kenny Walker.
Let's see.
I would like to point out that Mel had a good pick at McCarthy in 4th round.
JJ McCarthy. I'm surprised
she sniped me again. That was my pick.
She's just trying to snipe now. She's
done it twice now.
That's a good pick. I think McCarthy's gonna surprise the league. I do.
And Tips in here, he says, "What are your guys' thoughts on Travis Etienne?"
I like him.
I mean, I guess my thoughts on Travis Etienne is, we'll see.
Well, the coaches said they want to get Tank Bigsby involved, but they tried that last year and he didn't do anything. Etienne he's an opportunity monster. The guy just gets a lot of touches.
Coach says, mark this down. I took T-Law in a draft for the first time ever. Big Disco in here say, brother, it's the off season. Win or lose, we booze. Dude's on an elite athlete. One of the best in the business. He has 2 Lambos out wide. A good running game. The GOAT at QB and potentially Ricey's gone. I think Rasheed will probably be back. 4 games. That's what I'm going to give him.
And that's Xavier's Worthy's opportunity.
It certainly is.
Yep.
1-1 all year is going to win. Yeah, that's. I hope so because I have Mahomes and I just need points for Mahomes, so it doesn't matter. I'm thinking long term. I could have gone Kelsey before you, but I thought about it and I went, no.
If you'd have gone Kelsey, I'd have gone Laporta.
Yeah,
I think they're both pretty good picks.
Yeah, mine's more long term. I mean, it's going to be different having both of those guys as receivers on my team, but it is what it is for me.
I did really want J.J. McCarthy, though, so I'm not really pleased with Mel right now.
Good pick. Good pick.
I mean, she's living up to her name, Sniper Mel.
Man, I don't know who I want. I like. I'm going the Slim Reaper as my wide receiver too.
I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Are you saying
Mel's not in front of me to snipe me? He's behind me.
Mel says, do you want more RB or wide receiver? Mel, honestly, it's really preference. I mean, some people will draft, QB or RBs later. Some people will draft wide receivers later, but I think the depth is more there. Shoot, I mean, honestly, I like having receivers. I mean, it kind of sucks, especially in PPR league, you're going to want to get those catches. If you're going for running backs, either you want running backs that are going to be, almost out there every down, or you're going to want guys that can at least catch the ball. And you can find those guys like that later for running back. To me, even if you ask Disco, like he, in best ball especially, he grabs a lot of receivers.
Oh, what's this?
He doesn't grab running backs. He just grabs receivers.
You got a secret tight end.
I like Trey McBride. That's a really great. If you're gonna wait, I like that. I would have took Trey McBride over Brock Bowers.
What?
Oh yeah.
Brock Bowers is going to win Offensive Player Rookie of the Year. Watch.
That's okay.
No, he won't.
Dog too.
No, I won't. Rookie of the Year is almost always a quarterback. No, that's MVP. MVP is the quarterback. I think they want to give Rookie of the Year to MHJ, to be honest.
Yeah, probably. Wendy's in the house. What's up, best friend? Oh, and Greg, don't forget about our secret tight end. Wink, wink. I'm betting. Yeah. I'm betting that he is a New York Giant. Angie's in the house. What's up, Angie?
What's up, Angie?
Hey, JC, have you forgotten? I'm old. I got no idea what you're talking about. Secret tight end, wink, wink.
That wasn't from me. It was from your guy, Big Disco, Big Draft Energy.
Disco? Oh.
So it's I'm going to tell you right now, he plays for the Giants, and you can probably.
Oh, I know, Theo.
I'd rather have.
I'm not after Theo.
Yeah, Danny Bellinger, man. I'm a big Danny B fan. Danny D to Danny B all day. Give it to me. Give it to me. Yeah, see, SoCal says McBride over Bowers for sure. The tight end dominating zone defense is taking over. McBride gonna feast. I love Trey McBride. He's also one of my PCs.
I think I got a trade for you.
If I told you, Greg will take Kelsey. I'm gonna have to get.
I'll take Kelsey every draft I can.
Theo to the moon. Yeah, the moon full of cheese, probably. Hey, coach, she's my boy. I love Daniel Bellinger. It's just it's been taking forever. There you go. See, SoCal says he wishes they didn't take Theo because he loves Bellinger too. Tip says JMO will be great this year, JC. Yeah, he'll be great. Just like Greg said, he'll have like one catch for 40 yards and a touchdown. That's not somebody I want on my team in fantasy football. Maybe
17 weeks, multiply it out, buddy.
I'd love that. He ain't doing that that is you can't what? You can't depend on touchdowns. That's like the most.
If he gets one every week,
he ain't doing that.
He ain't getting one catch every week either, though.
Yeah, he's probably more likely to get 0 catches than 2.
I don't think so. I think you're going to be surprised this year.
I want to know.
He was a first-round pick.
I want somebody to go out there and just look at last year's stats for games that he played, and I want to see how many targets he got per game.
Well, and compare the first part of the year after the suspension, compare his first 4 games back after the suspension to his last 4 games, and then that tells you the direction that he's trending.
Yeah, best ball. See, that's what I'm saying, Tip. Only best ball.
I think you're wrong. Detroit got rid of Reynolds.
Let's see here. Who else?
Nemo's got 3 rookies on his roster.
Gemmo, he's an icon. That's why.
Sorry. Bo Nix, Odunze, right? Did I say that right?
Odunze, yeah.
And Malik Neighbors. I mean, they're not bad picks.
I like Malik Neighbors.
I like Neighbors. I do like Odunze. Bo Nix.
Bo Nix is gonna have a good year. He's under the radar. Watch.
It's so crazy to watch. Let's see. Oh, is it my turn yet? Okay? Not yet.
I took me a while. I didn't realize I was on the clock.
Yeah, Gemmo's amazing. He's fun in real life too, Mel.
You know, he would be cool if he would just change his second letter of his name to an A.
Ugh, I don't know if I like it. Who is that?
JMO.
Oh, yeah. I love me some Gemmo the icon. He is an icon. Oh, where do I go here? I kind of like this, and I might screw you over here.
Who are you going to screw over? It's not me.
Not you. Ugh, I don't know. I'm doing it, though. As my wide receiver 3, Tank Dell.
That's a good pick.
I like him a lot. And you could have got him super late, like last year. And if you're going to be very happy. I think I got him. It's either him or Nico. And, in a keeper league, I got him and CJ in like the last 2 rounds. So I'm super happy about that. I get to keep them in my last round, so it doesn't affect my draft whatsoever. I won't have to worry about drafting QB in a single QB league because I'll have CJ Stroud and I'll have, I think it's Nico. Charbonnet? No, I'm off of him. I'll probably, if he's not there in like the super late as a handcuff, I'm not even worried about it. I don't think that he's that great. He doesn't catch the ball great. I mean, Walker's better at everything. I mean, Charbonnet's okay at things. He's just a big, strong guy, like A.J. Dillon was. And we all see how that panned out.
I'm looking forward to my next pick.
Let's scroll up a little bit here. JSN, huh? Jackson Smith in Jigba. Mike Evans. I love Mike Evans. I mean, if you can get him right now as your wide receiver 3, he's going to get you 1,000 yards. Even if he
does every year.
Be real close. So here's my thoughts on this Disco is this is Dynasty, so I'm thinking, long term. If I don't have him for the first 2 weeks, I'm okay with that because I already have two really good receivers.
And Nico and Stephon Diggs are going to be the primary receivers in Houston this year.
I don't know, man. I
think Nico was last year.
CJ Stroud is going to figure out real quick how annoying Diggs is if he's not throwing him the ball. He's going to get real annoyed real quick. I don't know if you knew this, but he also played in Minnesota, and he was thrown out of Minnesota too.
Yep.
For being a diva. A huge.
Yeah, but all he does is catch the ball and score touchdowns. That's all he does.
I like his brother.
Yeah, but when things start to turn a little bit to the sideways with that team, he starts going off.
Oh, shoot, it's my pick. Dang, I got a couple seconds here. I'm just going to grab Jordan Addison as another receiver.
I like Jordan.
I mean, 1,000 yards in year one. I mean, he still was with Kirk Cousins, but Kirk only played, 7.5 games? So I still like that. If you can get 1,000 yards with, backup, still having that with backup quarterbacks, I'm all in.
I know that there's two of you on here that really believe J.J. McCarthy is going to be something real special up there.
Oh, I do. Well,
here's the deal. We got Josh McCown as our quarterback coach now, and the guy's been in the league for a long time. I like having that. And then you have, Sam Darnold isn't everything special, but he has shown, when he played for the Falcons, he did have a couple games that were pretty good. Not the Falcons, sorry, for the Panthers. He had a couple games that were pretty dang, good enough. And if I have somebody that's coming in and he's veteran, he's been around, and you have like the McCown, and then you have the belief, not Aiden O'Connell, Kevin O'Connell. He absolutely loves this kid. He loves J.J. McCarthy a ton. So I think there's going to be a lot of stuff, a lot of development coming his way. They're going to be putting a lot of stuff. I mean, they just paid J.J., so there's a lot of faith in this team. I'm excited. It's going to be interesting.
J.J. to J.J.
J.J. to J.J.
I'm telling you, the NFC North is going to be very interesting.
Jaden Daniels, I'm pretty sure has been picked.
Yes, I think
he got picked after Goff in the what round is that? The third round, right? Third round.
Most of these quarterbacks would be available right now if this were a single quarterback league. There wouldn't be a single one taken in the first round.
And you got to remember too, 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, Superflex, right? And we got, technically we have 3 bench spots, but one of them is reserved for, if you want to have a quarterback there. 1 tight end, and then we got only 6 bench today.
How many flexes? One regular and 1 super?
Oh, we got two regular, which is wide receiver, running back, tight end, and then we have a Superflex, which is wide receiver.
So I can start 4 running backs.
Yeah, you for sure could.
Well, I like the first 3 I got.
Coach Greg asked, got a steal in Mark Andrews. Yes. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get you guys access so you guys can also pull comments up.
And for Schoonmaker, I'd stay away from. I think.
I like Luke. But he's not going to
take. McCarthy is not Christian Ponder 2.0. That is the craziest thing I've heard. Sorry, bud.
All J.J. McCarthy does is win.
Yeah, the only thing that Christian Ponder won at was his wife. That's about it. Because not only is she a babe, she's very intelligent when it comes to sports, and she's probably the breadwinner.
Now.
Yeah. I don't know how much of a breadwinner he was when he played here. I mean, he wasn't very good. All right, so we are in the 8th round. At the back of the 8th round.
Really?
Pete, talk to me a little bit about your draft.
Oh, I mean, I like it. I stuck to the young guys with C.J. Stroud, Justin Herbert. They're going to put up big numbers. I got the perfect super flex right there. I think JSN's going to have a really good year. They got somebody that can throw the ball. It's going to put it up a lot. He's going to grab great numbers.
Who's going to lose? Lockett?
Yep.
Or DK?
Well, if DK starts acting up, then it might be DK. But is ever going to?
Because somebody's got to lose if JSN comes up. I agree with you, Peter. I do. I think JSN's going to have a good year. And if not this year, next year, because he's still got talent.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a wide receiver you want on your team.
Especially in a dynasty. Okay, so only Disco will know this, but my next pick, Disco, he's your third round pick in a lot of drafts.
So,
Somebody stole him.
He's gone already. Pete,
no, he just went 2 picks ago.
Oh, Calvin Ridley?
No.
Ooh.
Yeah. Cooper Kupp.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's Ridley. Is Kupp gone?
Yeah, Kupp's gone too.
Well, that sucks. I had him up on my screen.
I think that Seattle's going to go, instead of a community approach, I think when they had Disley, I think that they're going to stick with a tight end one. I don't think that they're going to go the whole community approach again this year.
Ooh, Big Montana? That's Will Disley's name.
Oh, is it? I don't know. I didn't know that.
It's either, Big Montana. Big Country's a UFC
But I think to see Everett as TV1.
All right. I guess I got to do
it. Let me tip. I'm going to take the under on this, and we're going to bet lunch on it, buddy.
Under on what?
He said 900 yards, 8 touchdowns. I'm going to take the under on that, and we are going to bet lunch on it. So 2025 Expo, that's going to be, a lunch bet there, buddy.
You already got lunch coming to you at the Expo this year.
From you, because that was the craziest bet I ever seen from somebody. It's the easiest lunch I ever got. Let me see. I don't like a lot of the running backs here.
Hold on.
I do, but I don't.
Big Draft Energy's asking me about Everett in Chicago. So I think Komet is going to lose a lot of receptions. He's going to be tight end 1, but he's going to start to get frustrated. He's going to lose a lot of receptions. It's going to be crowded there with that with all the wide receivers and Everett there. So I don't know. He could be number 1, but he might lose time to Everett because Everett has really good hands as well, especially in the goal line area.
Yeah, but see, you're making one assumption there. One assumption, Peter, that may be a bit of a stretch.
Anybody here?
You're assuming they're going to get to the goal line area. Now, I know you're a Bear fan and all, but, Caleb's got to prove it to me. He just does.
I don't like my pick here. Amari Cooper, he's at least a wide receiver 1, but I don't know who's going to be throwing the ball there. But it's my
Deshaun Watson.
It's Watson.
He's terrible. It doesn't matter.
He hasn't always been terrible. You don't know. If he rebounds to his original form, you're going to be really happy with Amari.
I love Amari regardless, but it just depends. Really depends on that. But having him as my 4th receiver, fifth receiver, I think.
Who are your running backs?
Right now, I only got Kenneth Walker, so I am.
Well, you're screwed.
I'm really fading. No, I don't think so. I disagree. Remember, this is PPR, so I just got to look for guys that get.
I don't think you're screwed, but I think you got.
Go for Dylan Laub, buddy. Go for Dylan Laub.
You definitely got to go.
There you go. Amari is almost QB proof. Yeah, I agree, Jerry. Hasn't played a full season. I don't know. I mean, I still only have 1 quarterback, so I gotta think about my strategy here. I don't know. I don't really like a lot of players here, especially for if I'm going. Coach says Jameis Winston over Deshaun Watson.
Coach would probably take Jamarcus Russell over Deshaun Watson.
See, I think if they were in a crab eating competition, that would be probably the right answer. Crab leg eating competition. It's a joke. Didn't he get in trouble for stealing crab legs?
In Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Who did?
Jameis Winston. All right, so that was my next pick there, SoCal. Alvin Kamara. I do like that pick. Zamir White, I think, would have been my pick before that. I just don't like a lot of these running backs. I think there's one guy here that I kind of like, but I don't know if I'm going to like him long term. I like him this year.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time looking with these running backs.
I think I'm going to reach, and I'm not going to love it, but I'm going to be okay with it for this year.
Yeah, who you taking?
I will when it's my turn. I can't say it now.
Oh, you could say it out loud.
You son of a...
Go on,
That's
good friends. You can tell me.
He got sniped. He got sniped. It's gone now.
Aaron Jones?
Yeah, I would have took him just because he's
take Ty Chandler.
When he's no.
Disco, what do you mean, Disco? I'm following you, but what do you? I'm not sure what you mean by Chandler as a handcuff.
That's what I said. Take Chandler.
Aaron Jones will always get hurt for some sort of time. I guess it really depends. We'll see, man. I mean, isn't Cam Akers still there too? I love Ty Chandler, but they really haven't given him a chance.
Yeah.
His coach says, "What's a running back?"
What do you mean by a handcuff this year, Disco? I'm a little confused.
See, I like Williams too, but I don't know. I don't like any running backs. Now I'm kind of just.
I feel really bad because I'm going to take the rookie of the year with my next pick.
Oh, you mean this guy?
I don't know. Who are you taking? I gotta see who you took.
Like Corum?
Oh, you jackass.
That's why we don't talk about players before we or it's your turn. I mean,
That's
I'm not
okay.
excited.
That's okay. I had him or Tajay. I didn't care.
I like Tajay Spears too. It's just going to be a really.
Tajay was a lot
weird.
higher on the ADP. You really jumped down to get Blake.
I did jump down, but I knew what you were going to go grab, and I think I can grab somebody later. I'm not a fan of players right here at this part of the draft. So right now that we're
I'm
in
a fan of Corum at this point in the draft.
You're just filling the roster.
You know what you just made me do?
What?
I'm rooting for the kid to come back. Kyron. Go Kyron. Go Kyron.
I like Kyron too, man. I like Kyron Williams.
Yeah, but you didn't draft him.
Don't need to. I'm just gonna stick with what I got, and I'm gonna hope for the best.
Hey, are you gonna treat this as best ball?
I mean, I guess I could turn it into one if you want me to. We can just turn it into a league.
I'd like to see how it comes out at the end of the year.
I mean, it's a dynasty league, so it's not going to pound out as much as people are.
Oh, I know, but it will tell us how we did with these picks.
And I only did 16 rounds, so it's going to be, for depth on our, it's not going to be great, especially with Superflex. But I mean, I can set it and we can forget it and see what happens.
Sure.
I'll start setting them for, I think it's 18 rounds, right? Isn't best ball 18 rounds, I believe, or 20? It's 18 or 20.
18 or 20. It depends. I think the leagues that Disco's in are all 20 team roster.
Yeah, we'll do that next time. So the next one, I'll just start planning for it. We'll just set them because we're only going to have, 6, 7 weeks, 8 weeks before we start
I thought you had already made your pick before I said that, and then you go and steal him. Were you even thinking about him before I said that?
I didn't like any of the running backs that were still there. I mean, Tajay, yeah, maybe. Ramondre, I'm still waiting probably another 2 rounds just because of his injuries.
And Aaron Gibson's there.
Yeah, Antonio Gibson they got.
Antonio, right.
I mean, they brought somebody in too, I think. I mean, there's some players down here that are older still that I like. So I'm going to just kind of, I think, fade a little bit now and keep, I don't know. Like I'm going to, like I said, I only have one quarterback. So I'm going to have to think about that a little bit because there's not great positions here. If I'm drafting though, at this point now, I'm just going to get guys to win this year and hope I can get a quarterback next year, and you can't say, we can't say a draft class isn't going to be great, next year or the year later, right? Because, I mean, we didn't see some of these players this past year being, in the first round, and they ended up going to the first round, right? So players can show up in their last season of college and just absolutely go bonkers, and then all of a sudden their draft capital just moves way up, right? So I am just going to keep moving forward.
So does that mean you're not going to draft another quarterback?
At some point, yeah. I just don't know when, Because I gotta see. I gotta see who's. I don't love anybody who's here now.
This is getting real bad.
It is what it is. Mel says, who's Greg gonna take? It doesn't matter, Mel, because you're before him.
Oh, I tell you who I'm going to take, Mel.
Hey, Mel is on auto. So, Mel, if you're on auto draft, it shows that you're on auto draft. So you need to go click on your name and take yourself off of auto draft. Nobody here can do that for you. You're the only one who can do that. So you have to literally go into the draft, click on your name, and take yourself off of auto draft. Otherwise, you're just going to get players picked to you. They're just going to pick random players for you.
So, Mel, I took Xavier Leggett.
Xavier Leggett.
Hey, Leggett.
Legit.
The French. He goes with Bryce Young.
Mel.
I got a stack.
All right, so it's my turn. What do I do here? Do I just go, all right, nope, he's gone. SoCal Jr. took him. Matt Stafford. I was going to take him, but guess I'm going to keep fading quarterback.
Really?
Yep.
You still got Aaron out there and Gino.
So I'm going to go grab Aaron Rodgers.
Go get Derek Carr. I know you love Derek Carr.
I definitely don't like Derek Carr. He's not good. I don't know, but like I said, I don't love anybody here. So I might
Russell Wilson.
I might just reach.
I'm giving him ideas.
Russell Wilson's going to be on the bench.
Next.
By week 3, Russell Wilson will be on the bench.
Thank you. That's why I was hoping he wouldn't take him.
Awesome.
Fields?
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be the punt returner, the running back.
He's not going to be the punt returner. He's not going to return kicks.
There's still lots of quarterbacks here. They're just not good.
I think I'm set at the quarterback position now. CJ Stroud, Herbert, Fields.
Yeah, with the small rosters, it's hard to justify taking 3.
Anthony says Leggett is trash.
That's fine. He's all he's got to do is get a touchdown, 6 touchdowns, and I get double touchdowns with Bryce Young.
Coach says, am I required to draft a running back?
No, you don't have to.
Yeah, Pollard and Warren are still available. What are wide receiver doing here? Someone draft these running backs. Hey, they're just going to keep dropping, man. That's fine. I'm going to tell you right now, I think this is going to be a Najee Harris year. So I am fading. I would have Warren as a back, still a backup guy.
I've been saying that every year I draft him.
Najee?
Yeah.
Well, you were good with year 1, right? You were happy year 1.
Yeah, and after that,
I like Najee this year. I do. I like Najee this year.
All right. So Tippin here says, I love Keon, but I think he has a shot next year. I do think he is a big possession wide receiver with big play ability, but I think that the Bills try and establish the run. Plus they got Curtis Samuel and Shakir. He said it's a bet. All right. We got to write that down. Let me screenshot that. Where was that? Dang it. I got to go back and find it.
Is it your pick?
Yeah, it is. I got to find that, though. All right. So
you can go back and find it after you make your pick. You got a long turnaround.
Who is here?
I knew somebody was going to be mad because I took Romeo.
Dubs.
You know what? I'm just gonna keep grabbing guys who I think are gonna be starters with opportunity. I know he's old, but I don't care.
So the question I have, and this may stir the pot a little bit, is who's going to be the starting QB in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, we don't really
Fields?
know.
Justin Fields.
You think it's gonna be Fields right away?
Fields will beat him out.
By week 3. By week 3, it'll be Fields.
I think that's going to be Fields' team.
Found it. Tip major. Here it is. My prediction for JMO. Y'all heard that, right? Screenshot of it.
Mel picking Rodgers.
I agree with you, Tip. I'm not really touching any of the tight ends myself.
I love Cole Kmet, man.
With them bringing Everton, it's just going to be I don't think he's going to get as many catches as he used to.
Yeah, see, Najee at ADP this year is fine. Explosive play potential from Warren. Yeah, I like Warren, but who knows?
I think Mixon's gone, I think, right?
No, I think he's still – I don't know if he is.
No, Mixon's gone.
Yeah, I could have sworn I seen he was gone.
Yeah, somebody picked Mixon. Yeah, Greg.
So many players.
Yeah, I took Joe Mixon as my, I think, third running back.
All right, let's see here. Pete, tell me about Will, tell me about your team.
You know, I feel actually pretty good about it. I'm looking at my roster now, and I like the new strategy, and I'm not going to say it because I'm playing in a league with two of the guys in here. I like how Dynasty is. This is actually my first year playing Dynasty. I've always played redraft, and playing Dynasty with the draft picks and trades and stuff like that. I actually picked up an orphan team early on, like I think it was January, and I just kind of got myself accustomed to it. And switching up my draft strategy, I'm actually feeling really good. I always go wide receiver heavy in PPR. I usually like to do 3, maybe 4 running backs, QBs, and a Superflex. I got Prescott, and who's the other one that I picked? Goff. Goff just signed that monster contract. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I'm feeling pretty good. My starting wide receivers right now is Lamb. Can't go wrong with him. Calvin Ridley, Mark Andrews. I'm sorry. Calvin Ridley, Nico Collins. I like it. I'm feeling good. If this was a real draft, I would go to sleep tonight feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I was wishing that Nick Chubb could have fell a little later. I would have grabbed him.
Yeah, no, I actually that was a mistake. I actually meant to pick another running back.
I don't hate it, man. The injury was crazy, but the surgery was good. I mean, surgery is getting better and better and better.
But nobody bends their knee that way.
Yeah, but it depends on the tear. It depends on if it's a partial tear. If it's a full tear, it's easier to, like my mom just fractured her ankles. The one that was completely fractured was easier for them to repair than the one that was a hairline. And the hairline, so what I'm saying is it depends on the tear. Like partial tears can be a longer recovery than a full tear. So, and the way we saw his leg go, I'm pretty sure they put him back together.
Surgeries are so different these days too. I mean,
he's a running back. He won't be as explosive, but
what was the running back that tore his whole knee up in college? He was supposed to be in the first round. Willis McGahee. He did fine.
I was going to say, Mel said she drafted Aaron Rodgers, and she said, wasn't JC going to draft him? And my answer is still, I would have waited probably longer on him. He's a over 40-year-old quarterback coming off at an Achilles tear, and he looked very, very sore in practice, man. He does not look the same at all. He doesn't look like he's going to be able to run. I mean, we'll see, but no, thank you. So let's see here.
Tip said to get Zeke. I won't touch him.
Disco said Duty Torres trifecta, PCL, ACL, and MCL. We will be lucky to see him in week 11. Yeah, maybe.
Pedro, if you want my honest answer, Pedro,
what?
Stay away from the Cowboys running backs until at least week 2, week 3.
Malachi Corley goes. I like him.
I'll stay away from them the whole draft. The whole season. I won't touch them.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess.
Coach says Rodgers is milking it in practice. I don't know, man. It looks like he was when he was walking, he looked like he was limping.
Well, he's getting up in age.
Disco said, "This is what I do for a living. I'm telling you, avoid Chubb this year."
Almost went with Disco's best handcuff to have this year. Almost went with him, but I just decided the upside was a little bit better for Wright.
What round are we in?
We are in 12, and you're up.
And we only got 16.
Oh, he's gonna go out with a bang, all right, with an injury.
I don't love it, but I'm going to do it. Geno Smith. Don't love it. Like I said, we only got 16 rounds, so I'm going to grab a guy, and I'll probably grab somebody.
But why don't you love it, though? That's my question.
Because he probably won't be the starter next year. So, I mean, if I look at my roster now, I mean, I have Patrick Mahomes, who will be there for a while. But, Geno Smith probably, even if he might not even make it through the year, you don't know. I mean, they picked up one of my favorite players who just came from Washington at quarterback, Mr. Sam Howell. Yeah. And I'm a big Howell truther, but it really depends if he gets the opportunity to play, like is Geno going to be the guy all year? Or is Sam Howell going to be sitting behind him? Who knows?
You know who I really think is going to have a monster year? No one's going to, I don't say no one. Jaden Daniels.
Maybe.
Jaden Daniels is a stud. That guy Washington is going to be a completely different team this year.
I want to know how many people really come into Washington and are just studs right away.
I don't know. They have DQ now.
The Redskins are like my Bears. We can never get a quarterback right. We're jinxed.
Angie says, my money is on another injury for A-Rod, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can we take the over-under on how many snaps he takes?
What did he take last year? 1?
No, it was a couple. He did a couple. It's the first time he ran with it. He just down goes Aaron Rodgers.
I see in the chat that Daniels is not very liked. I'm going to stick to that. I am.
Anthony in here says, I do not love Jaden Daniels, but almost felt like I was forced to take him. Coach, I think, Coach says holds on to the ball too long, and that O-line is trash.
Yeah, but that team's going to be completely different this year. Completely different. And I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm telling you, I can see them being number 2 in the division.
They just disowned you.
Oh, the Cowboys?
Other than Philly, that division trash.
Philly's going to fold again.
Yeah, but they're the best in the division.
No, they're not. Greg, stop it, Greg.
You're not going to say the Cowboys are better than the Eagles.
Absolutely not. I'll never say the Eagles are good, but I will say
I'm just saying it's the best in the division.
No.
Who's better? Who's better?
Oh, you guys got me listening to this conversation.
The NFC East brings in so much attention. If you say Cowboys, Eagles fans go crazy. I love it.
I'm not even an Eagles fan. I just think that they're better than anybody else in that division.
Nah.
Well, it's not going to be the Commanders.
Well, I'll tell you now, as long as Sirianni is still the head coach, that team is going to fold every year. If they get a different coach, it may be different. Even the Cowboys, if they get I will tell everybody right now, I am the biggest Cowboy fan there is. Well, maybe. But I'm a huge Cowboy fan. They will not win a Super Bowl as long as the Joneses own that team. The problem is not Dak. It's not Parsons. It's not the cap space. It is Jerry.
It's JC taking too long on the clock is what the problem is.
It's these conversations, right?
I hate this pick, too. I hate Cowboys this pick. He got Malik Neighbors, so I'm just going to hope that Malik Neighbors makes him special. I hate that pick.
Oh, I don't like him either.
I hate that pick.
Who?
I took Danny Dimes.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my pick of DeAndre Hopkins.
No, I like that pick. I just grabbed another quarterback just because.
He's a starter.
He is a starter. He just got Malik Neighbors too, which everyone says he's very, he could potentially it's going to be him and Marvin Harrison, who could be the number 1 wide receiver this year. So I'm just going to take my chances that wide receiver comes in who's absolutely elite and helps a struggling quarterback be better.
Most punchable face.
He does. He has the most punchable face in the whole NFL.
Nick Sirianni.
Oh,
Yeah.
when he beat the Chiefs and he was like screaming and like jumped or whatever he did. Oh, I love it because that was the last time I think he had like a good game. Hate the Eagles. Sorry if anybody's an Eagles fan.
No, you're not.
No.
You're not really sorry about that, Will. Come on, tell the truth. You hate the Eagles.
Oh, my God. There's no team in any professional sports that I hate more than the Eagles. I'm an Islanders fan, and I don't hate the Rangers that much. The Eagles is just, I don't. It's okay. I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm Eagles fan.
I'm a Lions fan. I don't hate the Bears. I don't hate the Packers.
That's a lot.
Because we beat the Bears and Packers. I like that.
Not anymore.
Oh, yeah, we do. You guys got the wrong quarterback. You got the wrong quarterback, buddy.
You lost to us last year with the wrong quarterback. We
lost one. We lost one. We won one. What was your record last year? Was it, 7-10?
Yeah, but it's going to change. And with a whole bad team, 7-10.
Yeah.
No Keenan Allen.
Let's see. Who did you guys?
Swift.
Who did you guys finish tied with? Oh, the Vikings.
Oh, look! He wants to pull JC into this.
The Vikings are the Vikings are gonna beat the Bears this year.
Oh yeah, the Vikings are not finishing last. I don't think they're going to be finished first or second, but they won't be last.
Oh, they're not finishing first. Detroit's finishing first.
Yeah, they're not. I've been here. What's crazy to me is I don't think it's true, but I've heard some people talking about Green Bay still finishing last this year.
No,
I don't see it happening.
Jordan Love against two rookie quarterbacks. No, Love is good.
I don't even. It's not even him, dude. He has like 18 wide receivers to throw to.
Yeah,
every single receiver is good.
Who else does he have?
Dobbs.
He has AJ Dillon in the backfield.
Dontavian Wicks.
No, Dillon he's gonna be gone. He's gonna be gone.
I just want to make a quick comment to Disco. Commanders will finish second in the division. Possible.
He said with 10 wins.
Eagles won't be first.
They're going to have to depend on Brian Robinson to get 10 wins.
The NFC North between 12 and 10 wins, all of them. I think the North is going to be the toughest division in the NFC.
I think it's going to be the toughest division in football.
Yeah, NFC North is going to be.
Yeah.
If you want my honest opinion, not as a Cowboys fan, just as a fantasy football like fan, I think Detroit is due for a Super Bowl very, very soon.
It's not going to happen, though.
I think Detroit's got the best GM in the business.
Look, Coach even says hot take: Packers finish in 4th place.
I think Detroit has one of the best young coaches. They've got the best offensive coordinator in Ben Johnson. He should have been a head coach this year, but he wanted to come back. And I think that their GM is outstanding. Look at his draft picks. I mean, he hasn't missed.
Packers do not win the Super Bowl big draft, and Jordan Love does not win MVP. No way.
No, he's not winning MVP.
No way.
He has too much competition out there. No.
Disco's a Canadian. I mean, what do you expect? He lives in the frozen tundra.
Woo.
Yeah.
We love you.
So, guys, I want to announce sports affiliation. We have a Discord.
I know. I go there.
Discord. Everybody, come on in, join. We have a lot of fun in there. We talk fantasy football, mock drafts, baseball, basketball playoffs. We don't talk about hockey yet, JC, wink, wink. But we go in there. We have a good time. Join. Everybody goes immediately to a TSA MVP. We didn't have that much of a beta period. So if you're a promoter, you're with TSA, let me know. We'll fix that. But join the TSA, hop on over to my or to the sports affiliation Twitter. It's over there. Come on in, have a good time, introduce yourself, say something, promote yourself. Please, we welcome it.
Mel just sniped me.
Yeah, she snipes me all the time.
So Jerome Ford, I do like that way, way late. Yeah, that sucks. Pivoting. Oof. Oof. I don't like it.
Minshew was taken in the 13th.
Yeah, I like Gardner.
We believe he's starting over Aiden O'Connell.
I think he's better. I think he's way better than Aiden O'Connell. I'm gonna tell you right now, Michael Pittman was very, very good with him. So I mean, if you have somebody like Devonta Adams, who's an elite wide receiver,
I do.
And you have 2 tight ends who are very good.
Nope, I've only got one.
I don't know if I like anybody here. I'm gonna have to. I'm just gonna go way late and grab this.
Oh, the handcuff everybody was talking about earlier.
Yeah. I don't like. I was really hoping Ford would be there. I don't really like a lot of players to have great upside here. I mean, I like Algier, but when you have Bijan Robinson in front of you, it's pretty hard to get opportunities.
Okay, guys, I'm going wide receiver with my next pick. I'm going to get my backup tight end with the last pick, but I'm going wide receiver. I need y'all to tell me. I mean, I need to get somebody young because I got my last 2 wide receivers are 31 years old. I got to get a kid.
There's,
you know who I'm not seeing, and I don't know if he was picked.
Well, I wanted Jermaine Burton, but somebody sniped him in front of me.
Let me see. I'm going to find you a young guy.
Well, I've got it narrowed down to 2 right now. I've got it narrowed down to 2 right now. I'm bypassing on Disco's best handcuff in the business. I'm not taking Braylon Allen.
Hey, Tip, just so you know, we're almost done here. We have another show that's coming up almost immediately after this. So I heard that you wanted to hop on. Next show, we'll have you hop on. Jermaine Burton.
Yeah, I wanted Jermaine Burton. I like him.
Marvin
and I
Mims.
know Disco loves the kid.
Yeah, Mims. I like Mims a lot too.
Yeah, but he's not a rookie. I'm looking for rookies.
He's still young.
I agree with that with Zeke at least 8 times. He's going to be a red zone running back, 100%. Give Dowdle, give Vaughn all that time to grow.
They don't have that much of a choice right now.
That Braylon Allen that just went?
Yes,
they got Dowdle and Vaughn, and they're little. So that's good.
Disco calls Braylon Allen the best handcuff this year.
Yeah.
Because if Chris Paul goes down. Okay, when my pick's up, I'll tell you who I'm deciding between and get you guys' feedback and probably totally ignore you, but I just want to let you know I will listen.
I'm going Curtis Samuel. I don't know if he'll get into my lineup ever, but if it's best ball, if we're going to turn this into a best ball after this.
But Buffalo, I think that's a good pick.
I think it's a good pick too, but they just there's so many players that are somewhat similar there. So
yeah. So y'all know I'm going wide receiver with the next pick and tight end with the last. So I'm up. I'm going back and forth between Javon Baker, who may be the top receiver in New England, but it's New England, or Luke McCaffrey, who he's in Washington. And, you got McLaurin there. I'm thinking McCaffrey. What do you guys think?
I'm thinking McCaffrey also. It's better. He's going to have a better
Did he play quarterback and he turned into a wide receiver?
I went with McCaffrey. I had to because I got Christian. I got the brother thing going.
Well,
yeah. And New England's going to have a lot of problems. I think New England's going to be really bad.
Well, I think Drake May is the best quarterback in the rookie class in terms of pure talent, but he landed in one of the worst spots.
Yeah, he's not surrounded by talent. So
right.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Gemmo
so now I've got to get my backup tight end. So I got to find out what bye week Kelsey has.
The week he's having
Yeah,
his baby.
tip every Monday. We're going to be doing these every single Monday. So we'll probably what we'll do
every Monday
is we'll put up I think what we should do is we should put up a what do you call it? A poll for types of drafts and let people pick what draft we do next week. By the way, everybody, just y'all, I don't know if everybody does know about Fantasy Football Sevens, but it is an amazing league that Iggy puts on. It's a charity league for a Kawasaki disease, which is an immune disease that attacks young children. And he's doing a lot of big things for that. It's really personal and close to him because it attacked one of his young children. So I would highly suggest jumping in that. It's very, it's a very competitive, big league. 16 teams per division. It's pretty IDP. Yeah, it's IDP too. It's a lot of fun.
Love IDP.
It's really tough. But in 2 weeks, from now, we're going to be doing one. 2 weeks from now, we're going to be doing a mock draft for FF7. So
nice.
But next week,
it's a good cause, and the money goes to a good cause.
Hell of a good cause.
Where are we at now?
Yeah, Anthony's a beast, man. Anthony played really, really well. Mel got into her first IDP league last year, and she played with some dogs. She played with all the IDP guys.
Well, that's how you learn.
I mean, she was it was Anthony, Iggy, I think the godfather of IDP was in there.
Gary Davenport?
Yeah. So, I mean, who else? It was a tough division.
Did she finish out of the basement?
I don't think she was in last. I think she did all right. I mean, like I said, it's awesome that she just didn't dip her toes. She jumped in head first, and I like that.
Hey, that's Tyler. We got Tyler Bradley in the chat.
Yeah, Ty, if you want to jump in, just hit up Iggy. I can't remember.
He's got it pinned.
Yeah, check his page.
Iggy IDP.
Yeah, IDP IDP.
Yeah. Oh, listen, Mel just said Bob Harris.
Yeah, Bob
Gary
Harris.
Davenport and Mike Dempsey. And if you don't, a lot of you may not know Mike Dempsey, but Mike's been around as long as Bob and I have, and he's really good. And Bob calls him the most competitive guy that he knows, ultra competitive. So,
I don't know. Have you met Mel yet?
I think it's the heat is what gets Mel that way.
She got a pool though, so she's good. Here's a big draft. He says, "Hate IDP, love Iggy. I'm in." Hey man, it's fun. It's a great learning experience. And the crazy thing about IDP is you do have to understand scoring. And your buddy, I'm gonna tell Will, Mika does not score great in IDP just because of where he is on the field. You're dependent on sacks with him.
Mel almost made the playoffs. She wasn't in the basement. She was up there.
Mika really also doesn't show up for the playoffs.
Tip, those 3 Super Bowls were a very long time ago.
She says she beat Gary Davenport once. Gemmo, you're an icon.
Roshan, huh?
Yeah, it's very, very unique IDP scoring. It's crazy because defenses can score as much as quarterbacks. Quarterbacks can score like 50-something points if you have a good quarterback. So can defenses.
Are you talking about in the FF7?
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's
you have team defense and IDP, right?
Yep, team defense and IDP, and it's nice to stack, man. Like I was telling these guys earlier, and 2 years ago, I had a hell of a team. I had Foyce Aluakun. I had Lamar Jackson. I had Mark Andrews. I think I had Dallas defense, who was like the number 1 defense that year. But before going into the playoffs, I lost Lamar and Mark Andrews back to back, and I did not have a backup quarterback. I did not have one, and it really affected me because I picked up Huntley.
You think?
It trash. It was so bad. I made it to the playoffs and lost immediately because I had Huntley. It screwed me. My team was still good. I didn't have a quarterback, and I didn't have a good tight end.
I always have a good tight end because I always draft Kelsey too early.
I don't think it's Superflex. I can't remember, but it's dude. The bench is so shallow. I think it's like a 5-player bench, and I think it's like 12 to 14 starters. I think it's 12 starters. So it's like it's rough.
All right, so guys, I really considered taking Taysom Hill here. I really did, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to Kate Otten.
I like Otten a lot too.
I agree.
But Taysom Hill he's turning into best ball, and Taysom Hill can have big weeks because he plays quarterback.
That's true. Yep.
I'm gonna do this. Is it my turn yet? I'm gonna do this. Once it gets to my turn?
It's your turn.
I'm gonna do this just for Disco. Just for Disco. I took Theo.
Oh, Theo Johnson, tight end.
Disco.
I just saw today that sports writers in New York think that not only Waller but Fletcher Cox are both retiring.
We are not going to have a lot of time after this because we do have another. I do have another show coming up. Was supposed to be starting right now. But if anybody wants their team critiqued, I know Mel is in here saying that. Go into the original post for this show, or one of the posts that's out there for this show. I'm pretty sure the original one is. I don't know if it tagged my. I think I tagged it to my. We got to do a giveaway too. I forgot about the giveaway.
Yeah, we got
to do that right now.
All right, so let me get everybody in here. So if you wanted to get into the giveaway, let's put Expo in the chat. Put Expo in the chat.
I'm going to put it in, but if I win, I'm giving it away.
That's fine with me.
And since Carla's not here, I'm giving it to Carla for Doug. Because Carla doesn't play.
I don't think Doug needs one. He's Mr. Consistent.
Huh?
We are done.
But I gave something to Wendy already, so I got to give something to somebody different.
What I'm going to need from somebody here, starting with Greg, since he was first. In the chat, I need people to give me names. So somebody start. I'm going to go Greg first. Okay, keep going. Let's go.
Tyler Bradley, Sniper Mel, Kobe and the Cattle Dogs.
Kobe,
like Kobe Bryant, Kobe. Coach Craig, Albert Mariquin. I just put in Albert M. Gmo the Icon.
Gemo.
Big Draft Energy. Anthony. That's it. Oh, no. Yeah, me. So I was first. Okay, that's it.
All right, let's see here. Will and Pete, don't worry about it. I'm gonna get you some for being on the show. So let me just make sure we got everybody in here.
I'm good. I'm just happy to be on the show.
Yeah, thanks for everyone to come and show up. I mean, we had 41 people.
You can come on my show during the season.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have you in. Yeah.
Right before Lions games, too. Bears-Lions games.
Okay, I'll look for that week, and we'll do that. Because you're gonna have to pick a stud to sit and a bench warmer to start, because that's part of what our show does.
Okay.
So we are gonna do this real quick so we can get to our other show. Let me share page.
Are you doing that race thing?
Yeah, baby. Duck race.
I love duck racing.
Somebody has a football one. Somebody has a football one where they're running down the 100 yards.
Oh yeah, it's called a 100-yard dash or.
Yeah, I don't remember who it has that, but I've seen that one too.
Been around for a long time. I mean, I know a lot of people who use those for setting drafts.
Quack quack.
Are you going to randomize the names, or does it matter?
I see Jerry's in here too, and I'm going to throw him in here because I know Jerry's the man. All right, everyone's in here. I got 10 people in here. Give me a time, Greg.
40 seconds because we got to go fast.
40 seconds, he said. And I'm just going to randomize it 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
Whoa.
Here we go. Good luck, everybody. So I will be getting this back to you in the mail. I'm gonna see if I can get. I'm gonna order a specialty. They have like sleeves I can get for them, so you can get that nice and.
Mel, you never want to jump out early because the first leader never wins.
Oh, Tip, I didn't get you in here. Sorry, man. That's all right. You'll be on the next show. I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna be doing it every single show. We're gonna be doing because I want to support Bob Lung for what he does.
Yep.
Oh.
So I'm gonna be giving away one of these every.
Jerry's
coming in hot.
Jerry passes. Oh, Disco, you're so close.
There he goes. There he goes. There we go. There we go. Appreciate that, Tyler.
Jerry.
Hey, Tyler, if you can, real quick, just let everyone know we're going to be hopping in and hopping over immediately to that show that we got next. But thanks for everyone coming out. Yeah, this was a great time. We had an absolute blast. This was the first show. Like I said, we're going to be doing this every single. Let me stop the quacking. We're going to be doing this every single Monday. So yeah, y'all be excited for this. I mean, Will and Pete, man, this is y'all did a hell of a job.
Same bat time, same bat channel next Monday.
Yep, every single Monday we're going to be doing this. Like I said, and in 2 weeks from now, we will have an FF7's mock. It sounds like our guy Tip wants to hop on the show on next Monday, so maybe we'll have him on as our guest.
Yeah. I'll watch it. I'll just watch it.
I think we're going to try to get a guest at least every week, so we have somebody drafting with us that gets in, and so we can talk about their strategy. But yeah, I mean, I think everybody kind of liked their team. I will set this as a league and just set it as best ball to see how it ends at the end of the year, just to see how everybody kind of drafted. And I think we'll just do that for every single one, just to see how it ends. Yeah, appreciate everyone. This was a great show.
Pete, shoot me a DM and I'll get you scheduled for the Bears-Lions game.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, everybody, we're going to hop out of here. I see we had 43 viewers today. So, yeah, like I said, 43 live viewers. That's amazing. Appreciate y'all. Let's keep this rocking.
Thank you.
We're out of here.
All right.
Peace.